I'm always going to want to talk about capitalism, right? And here's another thing that I'm going to talk about. Somebody on Twitter, right, was like, hey, the job market was basically like, fuck bachelor's degrees. And somebody else commented under it and was like, they basically say it's master's degrees too. And somebody up under that, even further up under that, was talking about some, sorry, because the situation gets me so hyped every time because it just, there's so many things that I'm going to talk about here, and hopefully I'll be able to talk about them real fast. Was somebody going, well, the market is oversaturated with bachelor's degrees. This is what happens when the market is oversaturated with bachelor's and master's degrees. There's just too many people now with degrees, and so they're basically worthless. And it's just millions of people liking and sharing. And I'm like, are y'all well? Do you know what your path of logic insinuates? You know what a job is and what it provides. With you knowing what a job is and what it provides, do you understand what you are insinuating now? Do you understand what your logic is insinuating now? I swear to God, logic is going to be our fucking downfall because you're over here commenting, talking about the market is oversaturated and patting yourself on the fucking chest. People are going homeless, is what I'm saying. You're not going to be able to get your basic necessities, your basic needs, your basic necessities, because somebody doesn't want to hire you because the market is oversaturated, right? With these degrees and shit. This is why I'm like, I want to bring back emotion. I want to bring back emotion so bad because what was that logic? What was that logic? There was no further conversation after that. There was no further conversation, no further thinking after that. What the fuck? Unwell. A lot of you motherfuckers are unwell. Like what was that? What was that line of thinking? And other people up under there agreeing. Do we know the racial connotation? Let's add the racial connotation into this, right? Black women started getting degrees at higher rates than most people. Black women. And now all of a sudden the market is oversaturated. Now all of a sudden the market is oversaturated because black people, black women have access to what was supposed to be an exclusionary act, a top 5, top 10% act, which was going to go spending a lot of money to go get a piece of paper. And so now that it's more accessible, the market is oversaturated. Do you understand now that it's accessible by the people of color, by black people, the market is now oversaturated. So now that we've added the racial connotation into that, let's add the capitalism connotation into that. And how I was talking about how this is specifically an exclusionary system, and it hasn't, and nothing wrong yet. Completely an exclusionary system combined with racism, and we're literally seeing it right now. All people are able to talk about is oversaturation. What does that really mean? What does that mean in the context of living? Not to mention that they weren't about to pay you enough, really, to buy a house and to support kids and to have a partner and to have a life outside of that job. So please understand when I'm literally not in the fucking mood. Please understand when I'm literally not in the mood. When I'm not in the mood to really just like sit down with a lot of y'all, because a lot of y'all are logic out, right? Y'all are logic out, and your humanity doesn't kick in. You're willing and very okay. You're very okay with homelessness and the fact of being homeless, as long as you have an excuse. You know what I'm saying? As long as there's an excuse, you're fucking okay. Like, you're literally okay with not having something to eat, not having a home, not having water to drink. All of this stuff is okay because jobs, they provide all of this, right? Stay with me. They provide all of that. And you're okay with not having that because you have the excuse of the market being oversaturated. What does that mean in the context where everything is still based off money? Everything is still very well based off money, but we got too many workers? What does that mean? That means a lot of people are going to straight up, it doesn't matter what you do, right? It doesn't matter what you do. A lot of people are going to straight up be homeless and not be able to provide or make ends meet. Homeless people, degrees, all types of degrees on the street because the market is oversaturated. And other jobs aren't paying enough. All these jobs aren't paying enough. That's crazy. That's crazy. Y'all, that is crazy. That's what I'm saying. Like we've got to get angry much more faster than what we're doing right now. People are not getting angry fast enough for me. People are not getting mad enough fast enough for me. There are far too many people agreeing with the logic of capitalism. Too many fucking people are agreeing with the logic of capitalism and what is happening right now. There are far too many people just okay and agreeing with that. And I feel like some of y'all will not be understanding the implications of oversaturation and denial to the resources that you need to live and survive. Imagine that. And you won't be able to talk to or tell anyone because everybody's on that same logical pathway. Well, it just made sense. It just made sense that you ended up in jail trying to get to your basic resources. You have a whole degree and you can't find or get a job to afford any of this stuff. Oh man. Anyways, 10 years. You're getting 10 years in jail for trying to eat and drink water. Goodbye.